Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. And now the milk is ready, babe. Well, good morning, friends. Welcome back. It is so good to see you. Hope that you're doing well. It is a sunny, gorgeous day here in East Tennessee. And little Arthur, he was sleeping. He was having his first nap, so we were just going to try to get as much done as we possibly could. But you know what? He woke up because all I know is that I really want to do the floors. They really, really need to be mopped. So if I get nothing else done today except for the floors, then I'm going to consider this a successful day. But it's actually 11:30 and so I'm having my brunch. Well, hey friends, this first part of the video is going to be a clean with me, and so we're just doing daily chores, which is laundry. And anymore, sometimes I'm doing 2 loads of laundry a day, at least 1 load of laundry a day, and at the very least every other day, just for various reasons. Like we have different spills, or baby spits up or throws up or has an accident. And then also I have enough bibs to last me for about 2 days, and then it's time to do a load of baby's laundry. And then he goes through a couple different outfit changes during the day as well. When he spits up or drools, he started to drool a whole lot more, and the pediatrician said that means that is the start of teething. Next Tuesday, he is officially going to be 3 months old. And how is he teething already? Like, time, it really is just flying by so quickly. But I am using a lot of bibs because I am no longer breastfeeding. Long story short, I did everything possible. I do not have a guilty conscience whatsoever. I really did, honestly. And then I went to the doctor, and the doctor gave me a prescription for a drug called Reglan. And I will link the video to Reglan down in the comments, but basically this guy records his wife who took Reglan, and she's having seizures and convulsions, and that's what the doctor told me. And she said that it could draw up my face and cause permanent damage, but the drug is used to increase your milk supply, because I was pumping my life away and spending all of my time doing that to get half an ounce of milk. That's all that I was getting, but he was getting that in every single bottle. So for a month and a half, I was able to provide colostrum and breast milk for him. But I thought that I was going to be the girl that was like overflowing with milk and need pads to keep it from leaking out on my shirt, and I have tons of breast milk storage bags. I thought that I was going to be amazing at that, and turns out it didn't happen that way for me. The doctor said that a lot of times with autoimmune, your body is stressed out, and that can hinder you from producing a lot of milk as well. So, and then not getting a lot of sleep. But whatever, some people, they're really good at producing milk, like Samantha Joe. Do you guys watch her? She is killing it. The least likely person, to be honest, and I am so proud of her. Like, I am rooting for that girl, I am so happy for her that she's just killing it with the breastfeeding game. But anyways, fed is best, and I don't know why people are so judgmental with that. Like David, my husband, he had to spend some time in the hospital because he had issues with his stomach when he was first born, and he couldn't do breast milk at all. There are certain situations where it just doesn't happen. Like people have introverted nipples, or there's just a long list of reasons why not everybody is able to breastfeed their baby. And that doesn't make that person a better mom than the mom that uses formula, who works hard and pays for this, and feeds their baby. The fact that you get up and you feed your baby, that's a huge accomplishment, because it is definitely
a big test of endurance. We just had a cousin who had their first baby over the weekend, and it was a very traumatic situation for them. They had their baby at the same place that I did. It was traumatic for me as well, but it's a huge test of endurance. You can no longer be selfish and get to sleep just whenever you want to, because you have this little baby. And when you get up at 1 a.m., that one's not too hard, but it's the 4 a.m. and then we're getting back up at 6 a.m. I mean, it's a real test of endurance every day, but people say that just cherish it and enjoy it as much as you can, because it's going to go by really quickly, and then one day all of a sudden you're not getting up in the middle of the night to feed that little baby, and time is just going by so quick and you're just gonna miss it. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just embracing it. You won't hear me complaining over here. This is my pride and joy. I am so thrilled to be little Arthur's mother, but his head strength is getting so strong, and his little strength in his core. I'm so proud of this little boy, but he was a little bit fussy here, so I just held him for a little bit, but he's not feeling it, so I'm gonna have to entertain him and hurry up and get this laundry done quickly. Also, just for the record, I want stated that I didn't quit because I wanted to quit breastfeeding. I quit because I was no longer producing milk. I would pump for 30 minutes at a time and nothing would come out. So that's when I resorted to going to the doctor and them wanting to prescribe me that medication. And David and I both talked about it, and we agreed that the risk of that medication, it wasn't worth it for us. I know people have had great success stories for it, but if I end up in the hospital with permanent damage to like my face and my body, and I'm not able to be a good mom to Arthur, then the risk is just not worth it, So I decided not to take the medication, and that was the end of my breastfeeding journey.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep.
I forget how heavy this chair is. It's so heavy.
On waiting, but then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down. I hope there's some way I can make it alright, 'cause I know that you deserve much more than this. If you give me one more chance, I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. Ooh, I just don't know what to do if you go. I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough, but you're all I need. I take you places that you've never been. I would give you the world if you let me try again. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do if you go. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know.
Well, Daddy just got home. Arthur's bored, so I just did a really quick mop throughout all of the house. By the way, I moved the dining room table closer to up here for different reasons. I just wanted it closer so I could put Arthur. Hold on. Okay, I did get a quick mop in throughout all of the house. I didn't move stuff around and I didn't do it perfectly, but I did do a decent job, and it smells nice in here and the floors are clean. But hey, I did move the kitchen table over this way. It just makes more sense to have it there since this is, you know, such a large space. And one thing that I have been thinking about is this space right here. As Arthur gets bigger, I'm gonna have, like, you know, the square gate, and I'm gonna get like a really nice play mat to go down, and this will be his play area. So this area will be perfect for him. David just got home. We're having leftovers tonight. Thank God. I'm gonna make some bread to go with the stuffed shells. That was last night that we had those, and he said, why can't we have these once a week? He loves stuffed shells, but bless his heart, he's been unloading lumber after work and getting stuff done, and now he's out here mowing the yard too. That poor man, and he's sick. Oh, turns out that the person that got us sick had the flu. Yeah, so I'm still sick. I'm still blowing stuff out. It's insane at this point. But also, I didn't show you. Hey, I did move that chair over here to my left, over here, and then I put the rocking chair right here so I could hold Arthur at night and watch TV and rock him a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna let the floors dry, and then, you know, I'll put the rugs and stuff back down. But Arthur's bored, so I think we're gonna go outside and let him get some fresh air and some sunshine. So this is the next day, but the biggest question of our lives is what's for dinner. So I did want to share this recipe with you. This is my second time making this. So what you need for this recipe, it's you can do the beef if you'd like, but I just get the turkey kielbasa. This is just like the $5 large cooked shrimp. A thing of broccoli, any kind of rice that you want. We also use brown rice, but this is what I have the most of right now, so this is what I'm using, and we love that rice. And then crushed red pepper. If you like a little bit of heat, you'll need some honey, olive oil, soy sauce, and some minced garlic for this recipe, and then salt and pepper. So basically you just mix all of your seasonings together, your sauce, make your sauce, and you just set this aside. And so what I'm going to be doing next is, first of all, I'm going to cook up the sausage in the pan, then we're going to cook the broccoli, and then we're going to cook the shrimp, and then you just mix it all together and then put it over top of rice, and that's it. I mean, it's a super easy recipe and it's very delicious. So I will link this recipe down below for you. Here is what it looks like all finished. Oh man, since this is on Facebook, I wonder if I can. I may have to write out the instructions for you. But either way, I'll show you the finished product of what it looks like. And, you know, you can do this without the rice and make it, you know, keto and low carb, but I am going to add the rice because I have a grown man and he needs the carbs after working all day. I know what I look like. I did not look in the mirror before I turned the camera on, but is your favorite floor tool or machine? One that mops and vacuums, I think, maybe something like that. I'm not really sure, because as Arthur gets bigger, he's going to be crawling and being on the floor, and so I really need a really good floor tool. So whatever your favorite is, leave that down below for me. But okay, so I did want to note that I add Tony Sacheries to the shrimp. If you don't like hot, then you're definitely not going to like that, but here it is, ready. You don't think you're gonna like it? I didn't put the sauce on there in case you didn't want it, but I think it's good. I like it. Well, it is the next day, and Arthur and we are out running errands. I just did something really weird and met up with someone, which I don't know if I'm going to share that with you in this video because it may be too long. I may share that with you in the next video. So just stay tuned for that. But we also went by the bank because I told you that we were having our property logged. Well, we got 3 acres of it logged, and then they cut down some random trees throughout the property and stuff like that. So we also had a hemlock cut up into like big beams to build for a front porch. So keep that in mind as well. We had some really big white oaks, but are you ready to hear how much money we got from them logging it? We got $4,500. Now, we were hoping that it was going to be a lot more than that, but we'll take that because
that is just going to turn around and go toward excavation and stumping. There's so many stumps, and we're going to have as many stumps removed as we can afford, but we probably have $10,000 to $15,000 worth of stumps to have removed. And David is going to trade one of his beloved collectible motorcycles to have some of this done as well. But I mean, we're making progress behind the scenes, and I will share, video footage with you and keep you up to date on what's going on the property and stuff like that. Eventually, but right now, there's people that watch me that don't like me, and they're just keeping tabs on me, so it's kind of awkward, and I would just say to that, hold your horses. There's a lot to do, and as far as like the well and the driveway and the tile and all the things that are going on, we're paying cash for all of this. So anyways, big things happening behind the scenes, but we got $4,500, and so that's just going to go back into excavation work. So I'll update you on that eventually. But now we are headed to Arthur's doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. He still has a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a sneeze, and believe it or not, I still have sinus infection. I am still sick. It's like it's never going to go away. But anyways, hopefully he gets a good report, and I want her to listen to his lungs and just check him out really well. So we'll see how that goes. My sweet angel, he's awake. Hi, baby. We're going to Dockers. We're going Dockers. You can go back to see. But anyways, I've got to head out because it is 12:15 and we need to get there early so we can get checked out. Also, one of the things that annoys me about his doctor is they literally send me so many appointment reminders, and even appointment reminders at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. And then, like right now, like 30 minutes before his appointment, they send me this thing for me to fill out and to check in for his appointment. And I love that they have so much confidence in me that me with a newborn baby could have time to sit down and to get that done. And I love that they're so confident in me. So don't get me wrong, but I mean, literally, who has time for that? We're doing good to get out the door and to get there on time. So anyways, I'll let you know what the doctor says. Oh, the traffic is backed up like you just won't believe. But let me just tell you something that is really traumatizing to me, and I feel like I need therapy for it, really. I read on Facebook that at the Huddle House, which is just right over here, that a little old man got choked on his food and he died. Like, he was without oxygen for maybe 3 minutes or something before the ambulance got there, and they were trying to resuscitate him. And that is on my mind a lot. Like, it hurts my heart so incredibly bad to think that that happened to that little man. And also, I guess instead of the people there calling 911, they were just recording him with their phone and laughing. I'm telling you, I need therapy over this because it has really traumatized me.
Okay, we made it back home, and the doctor just checked him and said that he does still have congestion in his little head, which I knew this. I'm still using the saline solution and the nose sucker at least 3 times a day at this point. And anyways, I'm still just supposed to do the exact same things. Monitor his hydration and his bowel movements. And she said that if he hasn't ran a fever at this point, then he's not going to usually, and that he should be okay. But I told her, I said, well, like me, for example, it's still lingering. And then David is actively sick at the moment too. So hopefully soon the 3 of us will be well, because the sickness is really starting to get old. But I stopped by our local Save-A-Lot. I was going to get some pimento cheese, but when I got there, I decided against it. But last night, David said, I am tired of doing without, you know, and trying to stay in good shape. Like, you know, I just want chips. I want Funyuns and Doritos and ice cream. And there is a huge groundhog. Oh my, let me show you. Is right here. How cool, how cool. But he wants chips and ice cream, and he wanted me to pick him up some orange juice too. And I was like, say less. I love chips also. So I'm going to have some chips and ice cream this weekend as well. But my hip is so broken right now. One thing that I haven't talked about in a while is my back, my chronic pain in my back. Oh, it's still there, and it's come back with a vengeance, but I just haven't been saying anything about it. I have done my 4th workout so far, besides doing walking, and now that it's warming back up and being prettier, and hopefully we're getting better, I'm going to start walking some more. But I am so loving working out right now with weights. It feels so good. And now if I haven't injured my hip too badly, then I'll probably exercise again today. But let me turn the camera around and show you what I got. There's a fly flying around driving me crazy. I'm going to get my fly swatter out. But anyways, it's all junk food that I got. Just peanut butter crackers. I like these to throw into the diaper bag or whatever when I can't eat or have time to eat. I got these for 2 different recipes. That's one thing that I forgot at the grocery pickup the other day. Here's the orange juice that David loves. If you've never tried this kind before and you have a Save-A-Lot, grab some because it's delicious. I got David Turtle Tracks ice cream. Mayfield is the best. These are my favorite. The Welch's grape. So I got 2 of those. For chips, these J. Higgs chips, by the way, they're good. And they're a fraction of the cost of like Lay's. So anyways, cheddar, sour cream, nacho cheese Doritos, salt and vinegar, and Funyuns. So he's like me. He will binge, and then after he gets done, he'll feel gross, and then he won't want any of this stuff again for a long time. He'll be over it. So here's all the chips my sweetheart wanted. There you go. And then a Coke and a Mountain Dew as well. So okay, do you remember the weird thing that I told you about that I would either share with you in this video or the next video? Well, we're just gonna go ahead and share it with you now. Hold on, there's a truck and it's too awkward. I can't do it. I cannot point this camera at me with the neighbors going by, guys. Hold on, stand by, stand by. Okay. I'm obviously not a good vlogger, but anyways, what it is this girl that I know, she was cleaning out her closet and she posted like these 4 large bags full of clothes for sale for $10. I went and picked the clothes up, and let me just show you how many there are.
How many clothes that are in my trunk that I need to go through. This is so many. But anyways, I'm gonna get all of this out. Let's get situated somewhere and go through this. We have this local ministry and it's called God's Wonderful Blessings, and everything in their shop is completely free to whoever needs them, and especially our community. So Lily had posted on Facebook on their page that they were in need of clothes, and she put the different genders and the sizes, but she said women's dresses and tops and things. So when I seen that all of these clothes were $10 and from a girl who's really cute, she got great style, I thought, you know, this is an opportunity where I can serve and be a part of the ministry. But before I take these clothes and drop them off, I did go through them, and I ended up getting one of these gray bags full of clothes to discard of. Like these, they had a hole in them. Anything that was stained or had holes or anything like that that just wasn't in good shape, I did toss that aside to put that into a bag to discard of. But actually, they're not even going to be discarded of, because David will take them and use them as grease rags in his shop. He always needs some extra grease rags, so they'll go to good use for us as well. But there were a lot of really cute things in here, and then she even put some of her daughter's things in here, like that cute little jumpsuit that you just seen, but there were some training bras, lots of Victoria's Secret bras, and, you know, just a lot of really nice things. So I was pleased that I'm going to get to take these and to donate them. You know, it's hard to see needs sometimes because we get so caught up in day-to-day life and, you know, just trying to survive. But truthfully, there are so many needs, and clothes is one of them. There's different people whose houses have burnt down recently, or, you know, children that are growing, you know, and entering high school, or, you know, people just fall on hard times. There's a lot of situations where people just need a handout. So here we go. We get to be a part of this, and I am more than thankful. This is a privilege for me to be able to do this. Now, I did keep one white tank top. It was from Cato's, and it still had the tag on it for, I think it was like $8.99 or something like that, brand new. But hold on. Here you go, baby doll. Here you go. Sure about that. There you go. You happy boy now. There you go. But I kept one tank top out of all of this. And when I started going through it, it was fun. But then after I got to the second bag, I started to get really overwhelmed with how much stuff that there actually was sitting here, and things to have to go through. But it's okay. It's all going to work out. And actually today, this is like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 days later, I'm about to load all of those clothes up, because they're only there on certain days, and put them into the car and go and drop them off as we speak. But anyways, thank you guys for spending time with me. I'm going to go ahead and end the video and say bye here. And I hope that you are still fighting that good fight of faith. You hang in there. You don't give up. No matter what, you dig your heels in and you fight and you keep the faith, because God is faithful. He's never going to fail us. He's never going to forsake us. And you'll give him all the honor, all the glory, all the praise. So you keep fighting with everything in you. Okay? And the Lord willing, I will see you again in a few days.